Due to its capabilities of building strength and controlling our legs and its versatility, the split squat is an exercise you should absolutely be performing. Split squat variations are endless, so whether you're a beginner or advanced, have variable access to equipment, or are just looking for a new exercise to mix it up, this video has it covered. Welcome back to E3 Rehab. Today's goal is pretty simple. We're gonna show you guys a ton of different split squat variations, as well as provide you insight as to why you might want to be performing them. If you're new to the channel, or in case you missed our other videos on the split squat, we cover the topics of biomechanics, performance, and modifications for pain in 3 separate YouTube videos. Check the description box below for those links. Okay, so now the variations. Let's get into it. The split squat. Set up in a comfortable stance and bend both knees, controlling yourself down to the ground and then back up. Rear foot elevated split squat. Elevate the back foot onto a bench or another object. This can be more comfortable for some since this removes toe extension of the back foot. This version also is a bit more advanced since we cannot rely on the back leg as much. Front foot elevated split squat. Elevate the front foot onto a box or plate or another object. This increases the range of motion we move through in the front hip and knee, making it a more advanced variation. Deficit split squat. Stand on 2 boxes or plates. This will further increase the range of motion of the front hip and knee. You may even feel a stretch in the front of the thigh of the back leg. Assisted split squat. Grab a TRX or another object to assist moving in and out of the split squat. These options can help unload the movement if too challenging, or provide support if you have trouble balancing. Reduced range of motion. Place the plate or pad under the back knee. This will reduce the overall range of motion we move through, making the exercise easier. Reactive neuromuscular training, or R&T split squat. Place a band around the knee with the tension pulling the knee inward. This increases external rotation and abduction drive from the front hip, thus you may feel the glutes working a bit more. Inline split squat. At the bottom position, your front foot and back knee will be in a straight line. Same execution as before, but this version will be more challenging on your balance. Soleus split squat. During the movement, stay up on the toes of the front foot. This will activate our soleus, one of the calf muscles. This is a great option for runners or other individuals who want to increase the capacity of the calf and the ankle. So now let's move on to weight options as well as load placement. This can be a consideration based on what equipment you have access to, as well as specific needs or goals. These can be utilized with different variations we just covered. Body weight. If it is already challenging without weight, start here and increase difficulty or add weight as tolerated. Isometric. Find a depth of choice and hold for a set duration of time. Don't underestimate this one. A 30-second hold is much harder than it looks. Barbell. You have multiple options here. On your back might be the most comfortable and allow you to move the most weight. You can also vary the level of trunk lean. Front rack will force you to stay more upright than when the barbell is on your back, which, as we mentioned in previous videos, might emphasize your quadriceps more and be more comfortable for those with back pain. Zercher hold is where we place the barbell in the crease of our elbows. Although it's not as comfortable, it does an excellent job of forcing you to maintain thoracic extension and build up the strength of your mid-back. And finally, overhead. This will most likely be more fatiguing on the shoulders than the legs, so if the goal is strength development of the glutes and quads, it might not be the best option. Safety bar. If you have access to it, this allows us to load the movement like the barbell, but is generally easier to hold and has less mobility requirements. Dumbbells. Again, you have multiple options here. Goblet. Like the front rack, this will force us to stay more upright during the movement. Dumbbells on either side. You can stay upright or add more trunk lean. Depending on grip fatigue, you can load this up relatively heavy. Ipsilateral, or dumbbell on the same side of the front leg. More balance requirement and oblique activation than the previous option, but easier than the next variation, which is contralateral, or a dumbbell on the opposite side of the front leg. The pull of the dumbbell will force us to utilize more hip abductors or glutes on the front leg, and more obliques or stomach muscles in order to maintain upright. Kettlebells. Same options as for the dumbbell, but with the addition of the front rack position. Similar to a barbell front rack and Zercher hold, this increases demand of the upper back musculature. And finally, sandbag. This is a more rare modality, but if you have access to it, it provides some great options to load the movement. You can do this with the sandbag over either shoulder, in a front rack position, or even with a rotational component, a variation that will elicit some trunk or core activation as well. Now, I'm sure there are some options that we didn't cover today, but we still hope this video inspired you and gave you some good options that you can implement into your next training session. So after checking out all these variations, which one are you gonna try? Let us know in the comments below. And if you wanna check out some more content, you can find us on Instagram at E3Rehab, or visit our website at e3rehab.com, where we have a ton of other content, including a blog, podcast, and even some rehab programs. Again, we appreciate you guys watching, and we will see you next time. Peace.